singing songs way too loud because we wanna. Picking up our love friends, fill up the car till it bends because we wanna. Yeah, we just wanna have fun. The trunk's full of wine. We're gonna stay.
Good morning and welcome back to another vlog. This vlog is about Grace's 7th birthday. It's a unicorn themed party. So I hope you enjoy it. It's kind of filmed in the same style as like my lifestyle vlogs, but it's solely just for the birthday party. So sit back and enjoy. I am hard at work. I'm going to make little labels for putting around some roses to give to the little girls after the party. These are the roses here that I got off of Amazon. I think they were only £1 each, I think, or less than that. So I'm going to put a little ribbon round with the tag that says Grace is 7, because obviously at the end of the party she will be 7. Well, a few days early, but I'll say Grace is 7 and thank you. And they've got little stickers that say thank you for coming to my party as well. So that'll be a nice little thing to add to the little boxes, which I need to make up when they arrive. Good evening. Ignore the state of me. I went swimming in the afternoon and I've had my hair tied up because I've been baking cakes. So Grace's birthday, she wanted a unicorn cloud inside of her cake based on this. Let me show you. This is one of the musical, the lights come on. This is one of the musical corners for musical corners, and I called it a unicorn cloud. So she wanted yellow, purple, she wanted to put some green in as well because that's part of her cake. And this is the design for her invitation. I can show you it as well, but I've used these 4 corners. So we've got unicorn, rainbows, clouds and sparkles, and then I can spin to see who's out. But this is from her invitation, which is just beautiful. So I'm trying to use that across all the theme. So that's going to be the cake as well. So the inside, let me show you the cake. So this is a bit bright on here. The colours are a lot more muted in real life, but she's got some yellow, purple, pink and green. And I've got 2 layers of that. And then she wanted a purple layer, which is her favourite colour. And then because yellow is her brother's favourite colour, she has included that. So I'm going to do like a cloud layer, purple, no, probably yellow first, then a cloud layer, then purple, and then finish off with this lovely unicorn cloud colour on the top. I'm just hoping that it's going to be big enough. I'm not sure if it's going to be tall enough, so I'll have to pile in the icing in between the layers to hope it's going to be tall enough. I hope so. I think it should be. Fingers crossed. So I'm going to go and assemble that just now, pop it in the fridge overnight, and then I have got the master of all cakes, Julie, coming to help me with the icing. I'd usually do it myself, usually with mum helping, but this is far out with my level of expertise. So thankfully she's coming to help me tomorrow. I'm so looking forward to spending the day with her as well. I think I'm actually more excited about doing that than actually doing the cake. So I'm looking forward to seeing her because we haven't obviously spent a day inside since COVID. We met up at the park with the children, but we haven't actually spent a day catching up. So I'll look forward to loads of cups of tea. Anyway, you were looking at the cakes and not me. So yeah, I'm looking forward to just cups. I'm going to do a cup of tea when she first arrives and get a catch up. And I'm looking forward just to seeing her. It's going to be really good. So I'm kind of clearing the table. I've put the fruit bowl up here out of the way so that it doesn't get covered in icing. And I've got the mixer out. I borrowed Mum and Dad's mixer. So I've used it for making the cakes. And it's worked much easier than my hand mixer. So that's good. And I've got loads of offcuts of the cakes I'm going to put into a container for having as little snacks. So I'm going to put that away just now and then get building with the cake. And then I'm going to put up some more decorations before bedtime. And I think I'm almost there. I will show you everything that I have done for the birthday once I'm pretty much organised, which I think will be tomorrow or the next day. So I will show you everything that I have done for a unicorn birthday party for a 7-year-old little girl. And she's just so excited. We've been counting down the days. She's got her calendar. She's marking off all her days. So she is so excited. Her party's on the Saturday, but her birthday's not till the Wednesday. But oh, she's just super excited about birthdays. Same as I get. If you remember from my birthday vlog last year with the tiara. But yeah, so I'm going to carry on with this and then get to bed. Yes, I know it's the wrong attachment, but this is the first time I used one of these mixers. I borrowed Mum's to do this, and the next day Julie came and told me that it's the wrong attachment for doing icing. We don't need no
wanna dance on our own. We came to party all night long and sing along to every song.
I hope that's going to be tall enough. I've put in loads of butter icing in between each layer to make it really big. Oh, is my dishwasher finished as well? So I'll get that emptied. I need to clean up all the crumbs. I've sort of brushed them off. We'll start getting some decorations up as well. I'll show you the whole room once I'm finished. But it looks quite funky when you see it. I think it'll look nice once you cut through it, obviously. But I decided to do it this way around, so the purple's on the top. And then I will get this all coated and into the fridge for overnight so that it's ready for icing tomorrow. Good morning. I looked at those videos. My hair was nicely done when I was doing when I say nicely done, it was scraped back when I was doing the cakes. It wasn't as fluffy as it looked in the video, but I had settled down with the children for sleeping, so it got all ruffled up. But I'm nice and smooth again today, ready for doing the icing on the cake. I am just outside in the garden. It's overcast today. It's like a dull overcast har coming in from the sea compared to the heat. The heat we had yesterday was just unbelievable. But I'm out to pick some flowers because Julie, who's helping me with the icing, it's her wedding anniversary this weekend, so I'm gonna cut some flowers, just a little thank you. And also Susie is doing my nails and Grace's nails tonight, ready for the weekend. So I'm gonna take some for her because it was her anniversary yesterday. So I'm just out in the garden and I'm gonna pick some of these yellow flowers. And I'm looking, I don't think there's very many more flowers. I've got some pink ones up there and some purple ones. So I will pick those and see if I can make up a bunch with what I collect. I was hanging these ones don't have fishing line on, so I'm just cutting some fishing line, just standard fishing line, to put this up. I'm going to hang this one up along with this one, so I've got a few more to do. I don't think we had that many up before. I think that's why these ones don't have any tires on them. They're so bashed and they're not as poofy as they once were, but I have reused these since Grace's first birthday, so this is the 7th year that they've been used, and it just means that you don't have to rebuy. Most of our parties have had this colour. I say the 7th year they've been used. For the Mickey and Minnie Mouse one party that we did, I'm quite fussy when it comes to Disney. I like it to be like classic Disney. So it was like the old school Mickey and Minnie Mouse, black and white and red. So we didn't use them in that at that party, obviously, but the majority of the other ones I've been able to reuse these. I'm just folding a little loop in the top of here, and then I'm actually using a table. Oh, that didn't work very well. I'm using a table from through in the lounge because it's slightly higher than my step stool, and I'm not going out to get a ladder. So let's see if I can make this work and then get this hung up. And then I'm going to go outside and find an old, it's actually an old cover for a window that was from the old preschool that we were putting to the skip, and I actually kept to use as, you can't even see it there, let me tip you a bit more. I actually kept it because I use it as a display for birthdays. I use it for Grace's 5th birthday, which we had at Castle Fraser, and I displayed little signs, which I will show you just now as well. I was going to spray paint it, but I quite like, it's like black rustic sort of look, so I've kept it that way. I need to go and find it though. I think it's in one of the sheds, so that's going to be my mission after I get these hung up, and then that's another job done. So we're getting there with the jobs. And then hopefully by Saturday, it's just going to be small amounts of things that we've done to finish off the birthday. There we go now. So getting there. These roses are going to be given as gifts, and these ones I'm going to put on that wrought iron thing I was talking about. This is not done yet. I need to put the boxes away once I finish hanging all the bits, and then I've got some gingery gold like garlands, and the same with the gingery happy birthday as well, which gets reused. Julie is here to help me with the cake, and we are just getting organised to make the butter icing for doing the different colours on the unicorn. And we are just making the horn and the ears just now. But look how amazing this is. Just showing me how to make ears. We've made the horn already. And then look how amazing this is. So that starts off as a love heart, and we've put the cocktail stick in underneath and then covered it with the centre bit. And then she's using some of this glue that we've watered down a little bit because it's quite thick. This is the cake decor glue stuff. And then she just squeezes it together and it turns into an ear. How cool is that? Amazing. Awesome. Right, so we are doing gold for painting the inside of the ears and the horn, but we're going to do the horn later. But Julie's just showing me what she's done is she's mixed some of the gold dust. So the gold dust that we're using is this Claire Bowman gold dust. It's like a pump action. And we're just mixing up some of that with, would you believe it, vodka. I had to go and find the vodka. It was in the back of the cupboard and behind the gin and the rum. But we're mixing it. And Julie said the reason we mix it, is this right, Julie? Is it gives you time to work with it, but the vodka will just evaporate once you finish working with it. Is that right?
Yes. It'll evaporate away.
But it gives you time to actually work with it while you're doing it. So we're going to paint the inside of the ears gold. How cute is that going to be? It's adorable. It's good. I'm actually getting used to these brushes that I bought years ago, and I think I've only used once. So all the gear and no idea. So this has been great fun. Got a little helper who's been helping us today. This is Coco. How cute is she? She's been like just as good as gold, and she's now cuddling up for a nap. Hello, Coco. Hello. You've been so good. You stay there. You stay there for sleeping. Good girl. Good girl. That is Julie just left. Sorry I didn't share more of what we were doing, but what a great time we had. A few laughs. Usually the things that I attempted to do, and Julie's like, when I did the eyes, she's like, step away from the icing, let me show you how to do it, because yeah, mine looked like Loch Ness Monster. But oh, so much fun. And a sneak peek at the cake. How beautiful is that? I think that's the reason why I've delayed doing a unicorn parties, because I knew that I couldn't do that sort of cake. But a little bit of a sneak, and let me show you. This is drying, air drying. These are the ears and the horn. So yeah, how amazing does that look? So we're just waiting for the ears and the horn to air dry, and then I will slot them in. And then the eyes, this was my attempt here, which looks like a Loch Ness Monster, like awful. And these are Julie's beautiful eyes that are just drying for 30 minutes, and then I'll get them stuck on the cake. So they'll be on and ready. And then when Grace comes home from school, she'll get to see her finished cake. It was so funny though, when we did, my cake was obviously in the fridge, just setting from last night. I took it out and I was like, I'm so sorry. So Julie trimmed bits round, and she turned a disastrous cake into something beautiful. So I'm so thankful to Julie for doing this, because honestly, I was so stressed about it. I got myself all worked up about the fact it would just look awful. And then I just thought, wow, how silly am I when I can just, and I know someone who can properly do the kind of cake. It's looking really dark on here. This is actually teal. This looks like really dark green. But in real life, I'll see if I can insert a picture of what it looks like in the actual colour, because this looks more peachy than it is. It's more light pink. And these look so much darker. So yeah, it looks totally different, but than it looks in real life. But I'll try and insert a photo of how it looks. But how amazing is this? I'm so thankful to Julie for helping me. And I will have a little girl coming home from school today that will just be over the moon with how the cake looks. Oh, I mean, gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. Love it. Just love it. I got to show you these once I'd picked them. So I've just picked a couple of different ones. These I think must be out of water because they're looking wilted, whereas the rest look okay. So I need to try and push them down. These are the ones for Susie for later, and Julie has just left with hers. But hopefully they'll last a little while. I need to go sort these ones out or pick another couple because they seem to have wilted, even though they're in the very old cocktail jug. But it's nice and sturdy and heavy bottom, so it wouldn't blow over or get knocked over. So it was a perfect one to have outside while we bake the cake. So I've just finished doing Instagram stories. I find it difficult to not share because some people watch this and don't watch Instagram and vice versa. So I will repeat what I just said on my Instagram stories to a point, but I hope it doesn't mean that you stop watching one or the other if you watch both. So I'm just home from getting my beautiful nails done I mean, look how gorgeous they are. It's a lovely like blush peachy pink. It's such a nice colour. So Susie has done those, and it was just great to see Susie too. It was just lovely. Today has been like the best day because having Julie here to do the cake, it just felt so nice. Like when we used to meet up on a Friday afternoon, it was almost like a therapy session. The children would play and the mums would have cups of tea and we'd sit at the breakfast bar and not move. Even though we had comfy seats we could sit on, we sat around that breakfast bar and we ate cake. And we would go and obviously check on the children, but as they got a bit older, they needed less and less. And it was just, Fridays were like the best day because it meant that you finished the week, if you had any issues during the week, whether it be with the children or with family, and you just got all that off your chest. So when Friday night came, it was great. I mean, the husbands loved it too because their wives were so happy. And then you had the weekend, started off the weekend early almost. It was just lovely. I'm so glad we did that while the children weren't at school because we don't see each other very often now because the children are at school and life's busy. So today was just wonderful. And I got to spend the day with you. I was obviously so excited about getting the cake done and completing the cake because that's kind of like the big job. Everything else is just little jobs now. I've got the unicorn horn to do. I struggled to find a unicorn horn with petals that were felt. There were loads of companies in other countries, but one, the postage was extortionate, like £40 to send an £18 headband, and even £18 for the headband's ridiculous. But it's going to work out as the same as that because I bought petals from this fabulous shop on Etsy. She's also on Instagram. I will tag her in the description box down below because she does the most amazing thing. I sent her the invite of what it looked like. And she has created, I obviously bought one of her packages and she swapped out one of the flowers to make sure it matched and everything. The attention to detail was exceptional. So I am over the moon with those. And I've shared her down below because when you find a company like that that does beautiful things, then it's worth sharing. So I'll tag her in the description box down below, as I said. So I've got to hot glue that onto a cheap, unicorn horn from Amazon. It just doesn't look as classy as I want it to look. So I'm going to pimp it up with these lovely flowers. So I'm going to do that. I've also got the boxes to make up, which I also got from another lovely Etsy company. They're a little bit smaller than I was expecting though. And I have managed to buy off of Hobbycraft. They've got little unicorn banks that you paint, like ceramic banks, and they were reduced from £4 to £2. I'll also put them in the description box down below if they're still available. I hope so. If they're not, I've got some to return because I bought more than I needed. So I'm hoping I can still return them. If not, send me a message because I might still have them and I might have like 20 to get rid of. But I ordered extra just in case. Just in case some arrived broken or they were out of stock and I couldn't exchange or I needed more than I ordered. I didn't want to not have enough. So I've got those, but they won't fit in the boxes, I don't think. So I'm going to put in the boxes, I'm going to put some... what I'll do is I'll show you what I'm putting in when I've done them. But the boxes look like this. Let me show you. These are the beautiful boxes, but as I say, when they're made up, I think they're going to be too small to fit in a unicorn bank and all the other stuff as well. So I think it would just fit the bank. So I will see what space I have. I might be able to slot the bank in and that, but the bank, the unicorn bank, they'll be painting during the day. At the very beginning of the day, and then hopefully it'll dry by the time they're taking it home. But she's put some lovely little flowers on them. And then what I have done is this is the invitation. This similar to this. Obviously, the invitation had please join us in celebrating Grace turning 7 and had the address and everything in the bottom and the time and everything. But this is the actual style of the invitation. The top's exactly the same, and so is the writing there. I've just changed the wording. So what I've done, and I've matched my nails, look, I've made sure the nails match. Oh, I just love when things match. It is a curse. Like, I know people think when I do these things, they're like, oh, what an attention to detail, it's amazing, blah, blah, blah. But it's a curse because I cut out these for putting on the boxes, which comes from there. So I had to reprint it and then put everyone's name. But I cut one of the things slightly wrong. And instead of just going, oh, it'll do, it's going on a box for a child, I started again. So it can be a curse. It's not always a blessing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stick that, but I am glad that I am fussy. But I'm going to stick that on there. It's a different colour of gold to that, which does bother me slightly. But I think I'm being a little bit fussy over children's party boxes. and I'm sure you will agree. So I'm going to stick those on just now. I'm going to stick them on before I make the boxes up, and then I'm going to put in little things into the boxes, which I'll show you once I've got them done. And then I'm going to tie on a ribbon, probably onto the back section, with what will be a helium balloon, but I'm going to tie on all the ribbons ready for doing the helium on the Saturday morning. So when they arrive, this will be on the table in the breakfast bar. So when they arrive, it'll say, obviously, welcome to a sparkling celebration for Grace turning 7. And then they've got these little headdresses. Grace didn't, I was going to buy unicorn horns, but Grace wanted to be the one that had the unicorn horn on, which is fair enough because it's her birthday. So I bought these little flower headdress sort of things, and they can choose which colour they would like. And knowing what 7-year-old girls can be like, obviously they're different colours, so they should know which one's theirs. But in case there's any arguments if they take it off for any reason, and that's my one, that's not my one. Not that, I mean, the children that are coming won't be like that. I'm just preempting possible issues. I'm not saying that the children that are coming will be like that. I'm just saying there might be a chance. Anyway, Lynn, stop talking. So what I've done is I've printed out, I've got my Pritt stick ready. So obviously Grace doesn't have one because she's wearing her unicorn. But what I've done is I've printed out their name, and then I've folded it at the name, and then I can glue that round the very back, at the back, so that their name is on their headdress. And that way there's no arguments. They've got their names on it. I was planning on putting what was I planning on doing initially? I think I was planning on putting a hole through it initially. I had another plan, but I swiftly changed it to this when I realised that my plan wasn't going to work. I can't remember what my plan was, but this was an easier plan, so I can do that really quickly. They will also get some glitter on their faces. Now, have I got the glitter here? No, I think the glitter's through the house. I can show you that on the day because I'll do the walk around the room on the day. So I'm going to go and stick those on, make up the boxes, and then do the unicorn headdress. That's my jobs for tonight before I go to sleep. And then I'm pretty much in a good state. But do you want to see how the cake looks just now? Let me just stand up. Oh, I'm stiff. I am stiff. Oh no, I'm standing on my dress. I knelt on my dress earlier and look, I ripped it. I can easily sew that though. It just needs to go back down. But here's a quick peek of the cake. How good does that look? It's got to obviously have the unicorn horn and the ears once they're dry. But I managed to stick on the eyes. They did move around a bit. Julie had warned me that they would slide, but I managed to get them on. But how cute does that look? It just looks so good. And with all the colours, it just blends so nicely. I just love these colours. These are the colours of our bedroom as well. They just are my favourites. What I've done is Grace has got a birthday badge that I got made, but I'm going to keep it for her birthday as a surprise. So I went for one that is the similar sort of colours to her birthday, which kind of matches for her actual day. And then I made a number 7 using the same design, and then cut it out using the same circle cutter as I used for Bartley's that we bought before our wedding that I never used. And I've used it for 2 birthdays in a row. And then I've just put some blue tack on the back, and I'm going to pop that on like that so that she has, I can reuse that badge. And then she has her own birthday badge made that matches the colours. So that is the plan. Right, I'm going to go and get the birthday things made up, birthday boxes. Go and get the birthday boxes made up so I can get the unicorn horn done after that.
We don't need nobody's attention, don't need nobody else in our zone.
I was going to wait to show you these once everything was set up, but I'll show you them now. I have bought a unicorn money bank for them to paint. This is reduced at the moment in Hobbycraft from £4 to £2, which I just think is a total bargain because I could spend £2 on loads of little things, but yet they get something like this that they get to actually do as well. So that's really good. I ordered these from a company called the Spotty Duck, which I will tag down below. And obviously I've stuck on the labels. Inside I have bought this beautiful bracelet from a company called Calming Creations. I will pop the link down below as well. And it says, thank you for coming to Grace's party. When you tie this round your wrist, close your eyes and make a wish. Don't be sad when it begins to fray. This means your wish is on its way, which is just a lovely saying because it also means that they don't get disappointed when it starts to fray. So it's just a little purple piece of string with the lovely little silver sort of a heart on it. And I messaged to make sure that the writing would be purple and this, because that's what the photo looked like online, because that's Grace's favourite colour. And then it's got the similar unicorn on there. I've also included some unicorn flakes as part of their party favour. I have gone and looked through all of them though and taken out the mermaids and the flamingos, because I've made sure that they're all like unicorn, either actual unicorns, which are these ones, actual unicorn ones, or the rainbows. So that kind of fits in with the theme. And then I've also got these, which are from Asda. This is £1.50 for 16. So I'm going to go and pop them into the boxes as well. And then that, I think, altogether is quite a nice little party gift for them to keep. Charging my phone because I ran out of battery. But how beautiful are these? These are from the Pretty Petal shop, which I'll tag in the description box down below. I don't know how many times I've said that. Basically, anything you see, I will put in below, down below. But how gorgeous are they? And they match the invitation just spot on perfectly. She even swapped out the darker purple for me for the lighter purple, so she knew it would match better. I mean, how thoughtful and kind is that? I just love when things surpass your expectations. And the customer service was just amazing as well. So she has done a fantastic job. I just need to go and arrange these now and then hot glue it onto this, which I got from Amazon. But that kind of matches the invitation, see? Obviously the cake we've done white ears with gold in the middle, but this matches the invitation. And then we're just going to pull these off. I say we, it's just me down here. I'm going to go and pull this off and then hot glue this on. I just hope that I can do it justice because it's so beautiful. I just hope it looks as nice as it looks here. I'm going to lay them out in an arrangement that I think will look good and then hot glue them on. Wish me luck. Okay, so I've arranged that sort of like this. I don't know if they'll all fit, but that is the plan. And I'm hoping that I'll be able to turn it into something special on the actual headband. Let's give it a go. So I've now added the horn and the ears and then put some icing around it so that it looks like it's meant to be there. And I've covered this in gold. I maybe have to touch up a little bit there because it looks a bit yellow there, but the rest is looking very gold. I'm going to show you this as much for you guys as it is for me to remember what each one is. But I just did a little thing about the nozzles so you can see what the nozzles are for. So this one here, let's see if I can do it without getting shadow. This one here is like a star, very detailed star one, gives you this style of icing. This one, which is a little bit narrower, makes it a bit more fluted. This one I didn't have a lot of icing left, but this style of nozzle gives you this sort of shape for the top of like your cupcakes and things. And then this one, which is again a small star, gives you this style. And that allows you to create this. Delighted with it. Just looks so good. I can't wait to get the rest of the decorations up and get it totally finished. I wonder if I'll be able to put on more now that I've put it into the cake. Because I did it before I popped it in. I wonder if I just end up spoiling it if I do that. I think I might just leave it. It doesn't look as yellow in real life as it does on here. So I think we'll be fine. Yeah, love it. Absolutely love it. Oh, I'm so chuffed. I'm so chuffed. I'm so thankful to Julie because it just looks exactly how I imagined it. I've actually gone and added a little bit more so that the top of the horn, well, the bottom of the horn is covered. And it looks better because it almost looks like it's coming out of the unicorn's head, if that makes sense, which is good. I have laid out the candles ready for tomorrow to put on, and we're away to go and then fill the piñata. Just to make it a little bit clearer, that's the nozzles all cleaned so you can see the shape of the tips of each of them, so that it's a bit easier to see. It's a little bit easier to see without the icing in them. I'm going to save these at the side so I remember which ones to make it easier for next time. I've even set up some unicorn soap. Not only will it save my brilliant curlig from being used, but how cute is this bottle? And it's purple, Grace's favourite colour. I will show you this properly tomorrow once I've added the ivy and everything to it, but this is an old frame that we rescued from going to the skip when the preschool were getting rid of it. I think it was an old window protector, and I've used it for a couple of birthdays, and this time I've printed out the unicorn, and welcome to Grace's 7th birthday party, and the first time I used it was for her for her princess themed birthday. We had it at Castle Fraser, which is where we got married, and I made her cake to look like this. This was her invitation. So this was what was up on here before, and I've just swapped out to make it relevant for today's. But I'm using up the ones that were already made. We're using that old, the old sort of paper, and then I've just burnt the edges, ripped the edges so that they're ragged, and then burnt them with a lighter or a match, and thought that looked. Yeah, and it just looks really cute to have at the door when everyone comes in, and I'll blow up some balloons as well, and it'll be perfect. And I've used these little clips that were from my curlig orders. So I should technically say this is an ad because I'm obviously their ambassador, but how cute are they? And they are going to be kept now in the birthday bag so that I've always got them for doing the sign, but they just match perfectly and they look really cute when they're on here. So they've got multiple uses. They're usually on my notice board, but today, and for the birthdays in the future, they will be holding the signs on. So I've just finished writing the names of the party goers and Grace's 7th birthday 2021 on the bottom of the unicorns that they're going to be painting, and it's my last job of the night. I'm going to head to bed and then everything will seem a lot faster and easier in the morning. It is 23:26, so I hope to be sound asleep by midnight. And then up early for the rugby before finishing off all the party prep. I've got a list of all the things I want to do before the birthday party, so hopefully I can get all of that done in enough time. But the main things are done. But how cute are these? Can't believe they're reduced from £4 to £2 in hobby craft just now. They are going to be beautiful painted, and hopefully it doesn't take too long because we've got that and loads of party games. So fingers crossed they actually enjoy painting. In the background that the dishwasher is on, I always like to have a clean, empty dishwasher. So I always put it on in plenty of time so that I can have it empty, so that there's no pile up of dishes on the surface during the party. Everything can just go in the dishwasher. I've set up the little frame that I made. Welcome to a sparkling celebration for Grace turning 7. And I've got their flower crowns waiting for them to choose. And I've hidden behind here the names so we don't have to rely on the children remembering what colour their crown was, and then glue to do that. I've also got some glitter to put on the sides of their faces. It's from a place called Charisma Beauty. I just got it off of Amazon. And then some glitter fix as well. I've also laid out the glitter tattoos. These were actually for Grace's princess party, as you can recognise from the flowers from her invitation, but there are some unicorn ones as well, so they'll be able to choose which one they would like. And then inside I've got all the glitter there for choosing colours, which is good. Also I have laid out the trays, writing down. This is usually good for when you've got people helping you in the kitchen, because then it's quite self-explanatory. I'm doing this just to keep me right, to make sure I've got enough plates. I'm not raking around trying to find plates. I've got enough for each thing. I was going to put peppers in there, but I've decided to put grapes in there so that in this one I've got strawberries, blueberries and raspberries. And they're all prepped and in the fridge ready to go. I did that this morning. And then different selection of crisps in each of those. And then I've got other plates for the sweet things like the chocolates and everything. And at our birthday parties, when we were growing up, Mum and Dad used to always put sugar on the top of our glasses. How they did it was they just dipped the glass into water, and then when it was wet, turned it into the sugar and it stuck. But these, I don't have enough glasses or champagne flutes to give to the children. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use these, but it won't stick because of the texture of but because of the material, it doesn't stick. So I'm going to use this glue, cake decor edible glue, and it sticks on like this, and then it just makes it look really fancy, and hopefully Grace will remember this the same way as I remember fondly from my birthday parties. Up here I have filled with some fruit. I've frozen some raspberries and some lemon and lemon and orange slices. So I've popped them in and made up the little punch, which I can't think of a name for. For Grace's princess party, it was Princess Punch. For a fairy party, it was Fairy Fizz, because we made it fizzy, with just with sparkling water. And Steve's suggestion to have the second word having in the same letter was unicorn urine. We're not having that. He does make me laugh every day. We're not having that though. We've got to try and think of something. This is made up for the ice cream. So I've got the spoons for each of these. I'm going to decant these into here, ready for putting on top of the ice cream. And Grace has chosen this as the sauce because it looks kind of unicorny, and she can't wait to try it. She hasn't tried it before. And I'm just going to use these plastic cups that I bought for making jelly one year and then ended up not doing it. So I'm going to use them for putting the ice cream in, and then they can put their sprinkles and everything on. I've got the dessert things sort of laid out here along with the plates for them. So we've got party rings, and then how cute are these? Jammy Dodgers, but they're unicorn ones. Perfect for the theme. And we've got some unicorn gems as well, and then some just normal fingers. Just little mini ones, I think. They're just small ones, which is a bit easier than getting chocolatey fingers. So that's all ready for setting up for the dessert things. And I've looked everything out, even the scoop, because the last thing you want to do when you have got lots of children waiting is to try and find your ice cream scoop. So everything should be laid out. I've got these for putting the little unicorn gems into. I've looked at extra ones just in case I need them. I don't have to go and break in the cupboard. So I'm sorted. I need to go through and get the table for them to set up in the kitchen here, but I need to hoover and everything first. And then they have got little aprons that I bought on Amazon as well, I think. So they've got a little apron to put on before they start painting their unicorns. But the unicorns are all laid out here with their paints on top. And as I showed you, they've got their name and everything written underneath. And then their paintbrushes. So everything is seamless and really easy. Candy floss machine is looked out along with all the candy flosses. Flavours, and that'll go on top of their ice cream. So I will make that at the same time when they're doing their ice creams. I'll be making this and then adding it onto the top and a little line and a little queue. So that'll be good as well. Bartley wants to help me doing that, so that's good. I still need to think of the name for the unicorn urine. I've thought maybe Utopia or Ultimate Unicorn Utopia or something like that, but I'll wait till last minute. I've had some wonderful suggestions from my friends on Instagram over at Bowray Design. So thank you very much for the suggestions on there, and hopefully I'll get one to write on before everyone arrives. So clever, didn't I? Showing how amazing this was. But what's actually happening is the sugar is melting. Not melting. The sugar is dissolving into the glue. So it's not crystallized. I'm just hoping it doesn't start dropping or dripping. But I'm going to carry on. It's better than nothing. Yeah, it's also good to show that some things don't always go to plan. It's not all rosy. It's good to show your failures and to accept them. But I'm going to carry on, and hopefully it still looks okay. Fingers crossed. Sorry, it's just lots of little snippets, but that's me just done the balloons. For these two are for the side door, for going around either side of the chimney pots that have been painted black. And these ones are for the gate posts at the end of the drive. So they're ready for Steve and the children to put up later. And I'm going to go and tie these up now and go get the ivy for putting round this. We're getting there. We're getting there. I'm working through my list. That is the sign ready to go outside. I put some ivy on. I've also draped some petals just loosely over it. And then just before the party, I'll pop it outside. I don't want to put it out too early in case it gets too moist and rains. And I've also put some little gold feathers in as well, just to add to it. But it looks very special for outside the door, along with the balloons.
We've been driving around, singing songs way too loud because we wanna. Picking up all our friends, fill up the car till it bends because we wanna. Yeah, we just wanna have fun. The trunk's full of wine. We're gonna stay up, have the time of our lives. The night is young, don't need anybody else.
Really good tip from one of my friends, Fee, to to wrap the tables in unicorn paper or any kind of wrapping paper, and it protects the tables. You can do that as a tablecloth instead.
We just wanna dance on our own. We came to party all night long and sing along to every song. We don't need nobody's attention, don't need nobody else in our zone.
I'm never ready early, but we had 45 minutes and we managed to get photos done and sandwiches, and that's the first guest just arriving now. I'm wearing my bridesmaid Kirsten's the dress I wore for her wedding as when I was her bridesmaid, and I'm wearing the crown that I wore for Grace's fairy party. It's exactly the same as what I wore for her fairy party. So yeah, let's go get the party started.
We don't need nobody's attention, don't need nobody else in our zone.
So I hope you enjoyed that, and I hope it gave you some inspiration or Lynnspiration if you have a little girl's birthday party coming up and you fancy doing a unicorn theme. I hope to see you again on the next vlog. Love you lots, bye! If you did enjoy this video, then don't forget to hit the subscribe button, and I hope to see you again soon.